Okay guys, what I have right here is the Harbor Freight Portland 14-inch electric chainsaw, and I'm going to go over it real quick with you guys. I had a tree blow over and my home light coil went out on the ignition, and with that tree being blown over, I needed something quick to grab to get the tree down. And you can see the stump over there, and it's all cleaned up now. But I'll give you guys a quick review of this Portland chainsaw. There's an oil, let me sit down here so I can get closer to it. There's an oil fill right here. There's a safety switch that is a pain in the ass to operate while you're holding that switch down. And it makes it really tough to work with. The biggest flaw that you guys will see with this thing is there's only one. Now this is a 1/2 inch, which probably means that a 13 millimeter will also work on it, but this cover has a tab that you have to put in the tab in first and slide this down to get it in. Now this is the only screw. If you ever look on another model, any other chainsaw, you'll see 2 screws that will hold the blade in place, and that keeps that blade from moving, wiggling around like that. This one's only got 1, so you have to be, really strong on getting that bolt down to get that sucker to hold in place. Now it's got a screw on that back side over there to adjust the chain. You can see the tab that holds that in place, but there's only 1 bolt that holds this in place. And like I said, that chain will cattywomp like that, and that's not good. You have to keep this loose, tighten the chain down, and tighten the chain extremely tight, and then tighten that booger down really tight. It's a pain in the ass. They need the dual bolt system to keep to keep this from cattywamping around. It is kind of a pain to adjust the chain, and the chains don't last very long. I mean, I cut that tree up, and I'm already needing a new chain. I mean, as far as re-sharpened. Let me get that right. And while I was working on that, one thing I noticed is that it's got a permanent magnet motor in there. When I was holding the switch right here, I had hot air blowing through this that would literally burn my fingers. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, get this out of the way. There's vents right there. Why is hot air blowing through here and all? The only safety is this. If you let go of this or this, the chain will stop, but it rolls a little bit. It does use Oregon blades and a guard, or the chain bar, and I was thinking Oregon is the one who came up with that little kit. You buy the specific chain and bar, and it has a clamp-on sharpener at the front, so you can sharpen chain real quick and then get back out to cutting, which I may want to try with this. But excuse me. And what I was wondering, why is all that hot air coming through here when it should be blowing out this way? There is no, I mean, there's a guard right here, but there's no chain brake in it. I think with the coupon at Harbor Freight, I was thinking around $34 or so is what I got it for, or $35, somewhere around there. I mean, so far it runs. It's cut what I've needed to cut. I got it because my chainsaw broke and I needed something quick. I filled that oil tank up once and I cut down a whole tree and cut it all up into pieces, so the oil seems to last a long time. If you guys can get past, like I said, when you put this cover on, you have to put that tab in there first and then adjust it right and then really get this down tight, because if there's any slop and you do a sideways movement with the chain will sling off. You got to remember that. But I mean, look, I cut a whole tree down and I still got that much oil in there. But for mercy purposes and stuff, there's probably better ones out there, but I didn't have a chance to get a better one, and this is what I got. But if you can overcome them things and little problems, this will actually work pretty good. Now I'm going to get me one of them skill saw that has this angle sharpening system, and I'm going to start sharpening this chain, and it'll get back to being pretty good. But now that I've kind of figured these little things out with it, it'll do what I need to do until I fix my other one. So anyhow, this will let you guys know what to do and how to fix it, and y'all have a good one, and we'll see you on the next video.